Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here.
Jacob here, meeting my icon, Catherine Isabel, Fantasy Lorenzo.
Wait, what did you say?
Fantasy Lorenzo.
Have a good one.
You guys better subscribe and watch my friend on his YouTube channel. He is kicking ass.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Bloody Jacob here to bring you my weekly review of Riverdale on the CW, which is episode 3 of season 3, called Chapter 38, As Above, So Below. So yeah, back here with another Riverdale review, and at this point it's pretty safe to say that Riverdale has pretty much become one of the main staples of my channel. Along with Sci-Fi's Van Helsing, they're pretty much my priorities. I notice week after week they're the ones I tend to make sure I do videos on the soonest. And I have no problems with that. I'm wearing my Riverdale shirt right now, so that's pretty cool. I definitely gotta get more Riverdale merch though. There's a lot out there, even just on Hot Topic alone. But yeah, I enjoyed this episode. Especially, being a big Veronica fan. She's my favorite character on the show. This whole speakeasy setup she had here, and seeing that actually come to fruition, was pretty nice. Visually, it's definitely like a throwback, and it kind of meshes with Riverdale's, kind of older style. Even though they have modern technology and everything, but this kind of really works along with the kind of town they show it is. Of course, Veronica expressed, her reluctance or her, hesitation because she was waiting for Archie to get out. But as, Betty, pointed out, Archie did say, he didn't want her to, leave her life on, put her life on hold or something like that. And, that also refers to, like, dating and everything. I don't think Veronica is gonna go for anyone else anytime soon. But, she doesn't have to, stall, like, this part of her life or anything like that. Although it is curious that they're pairing Veronica with Reg a little bit more often now, because Camila Mendez and Charles Milton are actually dating in real life now, from what I've read. So I don't think that's a coincidence. And so, they could probably start something like that on the show if they wanted, but I don't think it would be good for the Veronica character if it would be anytime soon. And Reg, he is shown to be more of an inconsistent character over the past season or two, so I don't know if I'd trust him fully yet. But, we'll see where it goes. But, yeah, I like the speakeasy thing, the setup. It's really nice, very, again, throwback, to the days of, like Prohibition and stuff like that. Even having, like, a, password, even though Reg doesn't really care. And of course, they're almost sabotaged by Hiram and Penny, who basically end up trying to smuggle drugs in there. And then ironically have Sheriff Manena there for an inspection. They're able to foil that, and Hiram shows up a little bit later during their opening night. With the portrait he always keeps in his office. But I'm surprised Veronica didn't question that more. Like, okay, Daddy, is there a camera in there? Is there a bug? So I won't be surprised if there's something extra he has attached to it, but we'll see where that goes. And of course they have Josie perform. And so yeah, I enjoyed that part of the episode. As far as the Archie side of things, he's still obviously at the prison. but he's pulled into the fighting pits now, taking Wild Dog's place. And it was alright. Riverdale has surprisingly solid choreography for the kind of show it is, or they film it pretty well anyway. So I enjoyed that part. Although I meant to talk about this more last week, that the whole prison side of the story right now feels very much like your Shawshank Redemptions, Green Miles, things like that. Even this Van Damme movie I watched recently called In Hell. It just takes so many elements from a lot of prison stories we've known over decades. But I guess you can't really fault Riverdale for that. Fully. It is sort of meant to be an ode to classic movies or stories like that. So at the same time, it's not like a big deal. And of course, you also have Jughead and Betty investigating more into the game, Goblins and Gargoyles or whatever. I probably just butchered the name, I don't know. But Ethel, she's still very much brainwashed by it all, and her mother appears to be too. They try and talk Betty into it, try and pull her into it again, but she's almost starting to show symptoms of fainting again, ironically, when they do. And it's frustrating to have FP on Alice's side, although they're sleeping together at this point. Although FP doesn't seem to be, like a part of it necessarily. He's just kind of put off by this, by them getting into this game at all, because, like I said last week, it's definitely giving off like It vibes. Like our Riverdale parents, their show's version of the Losers Club growing up, or what? Is this Goblin King like they're Pennywise or something? I think that'd be fine. Might be pretty cool, and it might tie into that flashback episode we're getting this season as well. So I'm looking forward to that. And I did like the scene of FP burning the book, because you could see it, right before he dropped in the pit or the fire. Jughead was telling him not to because it was the only copy. You could see FP wanted to sort of take Jughead's side and trust his son. Do what he wanted, but that flicker of probably actually been through whatever this is, himself. He had to do it for Jughead's own good. But now there's books all over, and it seems like this Goblin King's gaining more power. Ethel's talking directly to him, supposedly. So I'm still curious about how far they're going to take this, because if the Sabrina the Teenage Witch show was still going to be on the CW, like I said last week, I feel like they would definitely probably be going all out with it for the crossover and everything. This would be a supernatural force. But now that Sabrina's kind of separate on Netflix, and Greendale was slightly shown and even mentioned before, I feel like now they don't necessarily have to. It could just be like a big twist or some elaborate setup by someone in a costume or something like that. I don't know. It could be a more like practical resolution. But who knows? Who knows? Because there are Riverdale stories by themselves over the years that don't necessarily always involve Sabrina that can get a bit out there. So either way, I'm kind of in for it. If it's some kind of more logical explanation, or if it's even more of a play on it than we see so far. I don't know. I'm enjoying it. Overall, I'm giving this episode probably around a 9.2. I just always enjoy Riverdale. It's real easy for me to watch and talk about. I enjoy it. It's probably one of my favorite shows of the whole year. So, yeah, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.